Hey, Alex, how you doing, man?
Hey, Kelly, what's up, man?
I'm just sitting here thinking about things that we used to do in the past and don't really do anymore. Are you familiar with those?
Sounds like a dead end to me.
It is a dead end, and I've got a great one for you today. It's a matter of fact, it's something that you and I, unfortunately, it stopped before we were of age to really be a participant in it. But like our parents and our grandparents, they would have been really keen on this particular dead end. It would have been.
Oh, you're talking about hula hoops.
You're close. You're close. Kind of maybe even a little older than that. This was a place where people would meet up. Go on dates together. Like if there was going to be a date, we would go to the
sock hop.
Yeah, you're getting closer. You're getting closer. After the sock hop, we'd meet for refreshments at the soda fountain.
Soda fountain.
But that's not actually what I'm doing. I'm going to talk about soda fountains. I want to talk about the soda jerk.
I was just going to ask if this was leading into a soda jerk.
Yes. So first of all, it's not what you think it is. It's not a dance. It's not a form of self-pleasure. It's none of those things. A soda jerk was a person. What do you know about soda jerks before I get into it?
When I picture a soda jerk, I picture like, the movie It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah.
And at the beginning where he's working in that the drugstore.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
You come in and they get I think they get ice cream or soda or something. And I think it's from jerking the little keg thing, right? It was the motion where it comes up.
Yeah, it was the motion, and I think it's interesting about kegs and beer and soda and all those things. I think back in the day, you actually had to pull on it. There was resistance, and you pulled on it, and how hard you pulled on it was how much liquid would come out or how much of the syrup would come out. Now today, like with a keg, it's like on or off, right? It's just like you pull it and it snaps into place, it pours, and then it snaps back. But I think before it was more of a pulling motion.
I think I remember growing up, and I mean, when I was too young to drink beer, but like I remember seeing that at parties that my parents would, where you'd have to actually pull on something. So
yeah. But that wasn't soda.
No, that was beer.
Well, let's talk for a minute about soda fountains, because you can't really talk about soda jerks without talking about soda fountains. Do you kind of the background on those? Any idea why they got started? Like what the sort of trigger was for them to become popular?
Well, I'm guessing that that was before canning and bottling of soft drinks, right?
Yes,
so you probably had to have carbonated water and then some sort of a flavor
yes.
for it. Am I on the right track there?
You are on the right track. However, you're missing one crucial, important part. You said carbonated water. Back in the day, many health experts, especially in the 1800s, thought that carbonated water was actually very good for you. It was medicinal. People found carbonated water to be medicinal. They also found leeches to be medicinal, and cocaine and lots of other stuff. But
isn't it true that it's better than contaminated water, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, there's a lot of things better than contaminated water. I mean,
let's make a list.
Yes, contaminated water is pretty low on the list, but no, carbonated water was seen as medicinal, and so that's actually where why it ended up in pharmacies, because back then it wasn't something that was easy to come by, but pharmacists would actually create these health tonics using carbonated water, syrup, maybe a little caffeine, maybe some cocaine, all of these kind of things were put into it. Now,
so like Coca-Cola came out of a pharmacy, right?
Yeah, because of the cocaine.
Dr. Pepper, probably.
Yep. And we're going to talk about those in a few minutes. But
so people would drink that as like a health food.
It was a health thing initially. Now, this was in the 1800s, right? The late 1800s. In the early 1900s, it kind of evolved. I think the whole idea that carbonated water, it was still better for you than contaminated water. Yes, you got that right. But when you got into the early 1900s, mid 1900s, like getting into the 40s and 50s, people realized it wasn't really any more healthy than regular clean water. But they already had all these things set up in these drugstores. So they started adding syrups. They started adding ice cream to the mix. They started adding all these kind of flavored things and started to attract customers. And not only would it attract customers to come in for that, but if you go into a store, it's kind of like why Costco has $1.50 hot dogs, right? You go there for the hot dog and you end up buying $100 worth of stuff immediately.
Yeah. I like a good float. You like a float?
Oh, I love a float. I love a float. I actually like it better than a shake. I like a float better, but floats aren't as popular.
You know, I just
Coke
saw
float?
right now at Chick-fil-A, they have like you can get a couple of different kind of floats they're offering, but they also have a high C float. Does that sound good to you?
No, I don't like high C to begin with, and so putting ice cream in it just sounds like it's going to make it worse. I like a root beer float.
Oh, root beer float is good. Yeah.
Now, I've never had a Dr. Pepper float. That would be good, I think. You think?
Probably would be because I've had the Dr. Pepper shake at Whataburger.
Yeah. Those are tasty.
Really, really good. Yeah.
But I mean, all a float is you put a scoop of vanilla ice cream into a soda, and that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah. That's gold, though.
Well, in 1901, Walgreens, and you think about Walgreens in 2026, and I don't know when the last time you were in a Walgreens is, but they're pretty sad places generally, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You
One
walk
person
in
working there.
One person working, and they're trying to sell everything under the sun, and they have a bad selection of a whole bunch of things. Well, back in the day, Walgreens, especially in 1901 and in Chicago, they kind of opened what was the first modern, and by modern I mean mid-1900s soda fountain. It had marble countertops. It had a person crisply dressed behind the counter, and what was interesting
with
the hat, yep. And the apron. Yeah. Well, so this was going along and people were coming to it. But then what happened in the 1920s, the prohibition laws came on. And so
we talked about that.
People could, listen to the prohibition episode. People couldn't just go drink at a bar anymore. They had to go to speakeasies. But soda fountains kind of took over and replaced the bar as a place to meet during prohibition. It was a social thing.
Like grown-ups, not just kids.
Yeah, grown-ups would meet there. Of course, teenagers, they were big on that. But the other thing that was going on, interestingly, during Prohibition is that doctors were prescribing whiskey as medicinal.
Little loophole.
So pharmacies could actually distribute certain amounts of whiskey if there was a prescription written for it. And so
like medical marijuana of the time.
Yes, people would come in for their medical whiskey, and it was served from the soda fountain, or it might be given in little vials. But it was the same pharmacist that worked at the Walgreens where they had these soda fountains that was also passing out the whiskey during Prohibition. So this just really made soda fountains explode. They got big. They expanded into ice cream and treats, and they kind of reached their height in the 1940s and the 1950s. Now, going back to the original topic of this episode, the soda jerk, you're right. It was the name came because they pulled these levers in order to dispense the sodas. And if you kind of think about a soda jerk, they were sort of the original barista, right? They were not only making sodas for people. That sounds pretty easy, but they had a whole list of things that they would make for people, and they had to know how to make them all and make the mixtures just right and all that, and do it all with a smile, wearing a crisp white uniform. The actual title, Soda Jerk, now it's a play on words. Can you guess what the play on words is? What it originally was called and then became Soda Jerk? It rhymes.
No, I can't.
It was Soda Clerk. So it was the clerk behind the counter. Soda Clerk evolved into Soda Jerk because of the jerking motion.
And I assume they were all men.
They were mostly men, yes. They were...
Or boys. Probably kids.
No. Actually, a soda jerk was a pretty prestigious job, at least for a younger person back in the day. They could be kind of a local celebrity. A lot of soda jerks were known for being able to mix the perfect this or the perfect that. They had
Was Dr. Pepper one of them?
Well, some of the drinks they made back in the day.
No, I mean, was there a person? Was there a person that went by the name of Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper.
They had like
they had
picture that. Like,
yeah. Hey, I'm Dr. Pepper. He'd have to be kind of a cool guy to carry that off in the 50s or the 40s. But some of the drinks they dispensed, of course, a lot of
was
chocolate.
One of them Mr. Pibb?
Was there a Sprite? My name is Sprite.
I'm really hoping you're telling me that some of the celebrity soda jerks of the day were Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb and a guy named Fanta.
Right. And Zima. And I guess Zima was alcoholic, but he was an alcoholic soda jerk.
And someone named Tab. Skinny guy.
Hello. My name is Fresca. Nice to meet you. So
I'm sorry.
The drinks they would make. No. I love it. They do the floats. Now, they also did this thing called an egg cream. Have you ever heard of an egg cream?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never had one.
Any guess on what's in it?
I don't think there's egg or cream in it.
There is no egg in it. You are absolutely right. And there is no cream. It is actually
like cream soda?
It's a milk with a chocolate syrup poured over a cold club soda or a seltzer and then mixed just right. So it's basically just chocolate milk with seltzer in it, but it gets foamy and mixed up, and that fizz is it's just creamy and fizzy and very refreshing.
Do you know what dirty soda is?
Yeah. That's kind of a big thing right now. People, you want to explain it?
It's very big in Utah.
Yeah.
And it's big with the LDS Mormon crowd.
Yeah.
And there's a place, I think it's called Swig, that they have a bunch of restaurants, and there's tons of them in Utah. And basically you pick your base, which is like your base soda, which would be like
Dr.
Mountain
Pepper,
Dew or
Coke.
Dr. Pepper, whatever. And then they either put cream or like a coconut syrup or like half and half or something like that in, and other flavors if you want them. They have all it, but kind of like you're talking about these baristas or mixologist soda jerks, but they have them pre-made. You say, I'll have a number 2 or whatever, or they have little names like I'll have the Rocket, and it might be like a Big Red. It might be Big Red, Mountain Dew, coconut cream,
like
whatever. And they have tons of caffeine in them.
Yep.
But I think it's the Utah. It's how they get a little naughty.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the name, right? Dirty soda.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Well, yes. And the very first time I heard of it was May of 2025. And the reason I remember exactly when is because I remember we'd sold our house and we were at the closing, and at the mortgage company, wherever, the broker or whatever it's called, where you sign all the papers to sell your house, we're there, and they had a nice stocked refrigerator and snacks. They treat you well. You're forking over quite a bit of money, or you're getting quite a bit of money, but they're making money too. And they had these little containers with dirty soda things in it, and I was like, they look like coffee creamers. They were just little shots of cream and, like you said, coconut, cherry, and I was like, what is this? Oh, those are for dirty sodas. What's a dirty soda? And
you put it like in a soda stream kind of thing? Or?
No. They had canned sodas in a refrigerator, and then they had these little. They look like coffee creamers, like the little Mr. Coffee creamers that you get. Mm-hmm. And so I got a Dr. Pepper and I poured it, and she was very encouraging, the lady working there. I poured it, and then I poured the little creamer over it and tried it, and that was my first dirty soda.
Did you like it?
I did. Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was a lot. The Dr. Pepper's already pretty sweet and fizzy, and then you add this really sweet cream to it, and it was a little overwhelming.
We went to a Swig when we were on our road trip this summer through Utah, and it was all right. I wouldn't. I mean, I probably wouldn't go back. I can see why people like them, I guess, but like you say, a soda's already decadent enough for me.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd rather have a root beer float.
You sound pretty old saying, well, soda's good enough for my generation. These Dang
Yeah.
whippersnappers.
I mean, yeah.
Well, as I was saying before, a soda jerk, he could be locally famous, right? Some of these guys were known for the best cherry Coke or the best float or the best sundae. And they made ice creams too. They made banana splits. They made hot fudge sundaes. All of that stuff was done at the soda fountain. And it's kind of a shame because eventually they started to go out of style because of canned sodas, right? You didn't have to mix it there anymore. Before that, there wasn't a way to have that carbonation unless it was carbonated water freshly put in the syrup. But now, of course, you can just go to your refrigerator and pop a can, right?
You know what I'm not into
What?
is these
Contaminated water?
these kiosks that where you can pick any drink you want.
Oh, yeah. They have those as Schlotzkys.
I don't think it's the best version of any of the drinks.
No, it's what I said before. It is a lot of bad choices. It's a lot of choices and none of them are good. I agree because however, I was actually in a hospital not too long ago. I was doing some work there, and they had a machine that was a carbonated water with different flavors there, but it was not designed to be like a soda. It was like lightning, kind of like a LaCroix, right? Or one of these
Hand water, yeah.
Not ditch water, but what's the kind? All those ones
water.
they have at HEB and such.
Yeah.
And you put it in, and you picked how like no carbonation, light carbonation, medium carbonation, heavy carbonation. And then you pick the flavor you wanted. You want lime, you want mint, you want lemon, and then you did the little thing, and it was amazing. It was and it's just using regular water to make all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they had it in a break room at the hospital, and the person we were working with took us in there and let us have some. I loved that. So a couple of other things. Obviously, with these things going away, things have changed a lot. So soft drinks, you mentioned earlier about Coca-Cola containing cocaine, which I think is true. I think that's actually a real thing. Did you know that did you know that 7-Up used to contain lithium?
No.
Yep.
No. Nobody likes 7-Up. Did you know that?
Well, maybe it's since they took the lithium out, right? Everybody liked it before.
But seriously, outside of mixing it with alcohol, I think Sprite and 7-Up are if that's all that's left. If you ever buy sodas for a party,
you'll find those at the bottom.
Those are the ones you always end up with at the end. Although I usually will choose a Sprite over. I don't like Coke. I like Dr. Pepper, but I don't like Coke, so I'll always go to the 7-Up. And there's always 7-Up in a cooler.
Yeah. And you know what's nice about that is you can just keep using it for years and years for parties, right? You buy a 6-pack and someone might have had one in 2023, but nobody's had one since. So there's still 5 in your cooler for a 2026 party that came from.
It used to be big when we were kids, though, that you don't see much of is Squirt.
Actually, I didn't. And Mellow Yellow, they were kind of the same thing, right? There's always
I used to
two.
drink a lot of. No, Mellow Yellow is Mountain Dew.
No, I think flavor. I thought it was Squirt.
No, Squirt is grapefruit.
Okay.
flavored.
Okay. All right.
And Mellow Yellow is like this. It's kind of like Mountain Dew, whatever flavor that is. I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew and Mellow. I haven't had any in like 40 years.
Yeah. It's about as bad for you in the soda world as you get, right?
I really don't drink soda other than Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned how much you don't like Sprite though, because I actually had a Sprite recently and I thought it was really refreshing.
I say nobody likes. I actually do like Sprite.
And
I said
7-Up?
nobody likes 7-Up.
Can you tell the difference?
I said nobody likes. You know what my son and I talk about a lot is the one that used to be called Sierra Mist.
Yeah, it's now
called,
Starry.
Starry.
Yeah,
that nobody drinks that, but it works perfectly paired with Taco Bell. In fact, because that's the only place you really find it.
Right.
In fact, if you have Taco Bell and you're drinking like a Sprite, it doesn't taste right.
Right. Yeah, it makes the food taste strange.
It has to be a Starry.
Yeah. Well, I will say that Taco Bell really pushes the Mountain Dew too. Like if you do a drive-through, and it's been at least 6 hours since I've driven through. No, 6 years since I've driven through. Sorry, at a Taco Bell, but the Mountain Dew, they're always pushing the Baja Mist Mountain Dew and the Baja Blast, yeah. And then there's one
which is the strangest color. Is that only a Taco Bell invention? Baja Blast?
Maybe. I know because I take my uncle to KFC sometimes. I know KFC has their own flavor of Mountain Dew. It's like lemonade or Yellow Lightning. Yellow Lightning Mountain Dew is at KFC. And it's pretty awful. You know what I need to do next time I take him to KFC, because he loves KFC? I need to get one of those Yellow Lightnings and drop a dirty soda packet into it and see just how bad it is.
Be careful. Don't try this at home.
Well, so back to the ingredients. Ginger is actually, or at least used to be used in ginger ale, and it was supposed to quell nausea.
And ginger ale is not the same as ginger beer.
Correct. Ginger ale is more of they're both kind of mixers. Like ginger beer, you use that in like a Moscow Mule, I think, right?
I don't know.
Well,
but ginger ale is good for you have a queasy stomach.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be the ginger that helps, and then supposedly the sassafras in a root beer is supposed to be a remedy for STDs. So I read.
That's such an old-fashioned thing, sassafras.
And STD. You got the clap. Hey, Archie. I got the clap. So the word jerk, we were talking about soda jerk. Well, do you know where the word jerk actually comes from? And I'm talking about the motion, like to jerk something.
No.
There is a Middle English word, yerk, which is from the Old English "gyrk," which meant active and sudden and sharp motion. And that is where jerk came from in modern English. Well, in the 1930s, the American slang shifted it to instead of, it still meant jerk, like to tug on something, but they started to use the terms jerk water and jerking off. And that's how those just became jerk. So if you call somebody a jerk, the original intent was that they were a wanker, for all our English fans, British fans.
Yeah, I think it used to be more vulgar than it is now.
Yeah, today
now it's like
pretty minor, pretty mild.
It's like what you would say the soft way to call somebody an a-hole, right?
Yes.
Call him a jerk.
But if you call him a jerk off,
have you still never seen Home Alone? By the way,
I never.
We established this.
No,
we established this years ago.
Yeah,
a lot of people, you little jerk. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. It's, that's cute. It's like a rascal, calling somebody a rascal. Well, obviously the word also, so it means the motion. It means the type of person, the little rascal, but it can also mean meat. So there is charquai, which is South American, and it was actually this salted and dried meat, and it was originally made from llama, alpaca, or beef, and it was a staple in Peru, Bolivia, and Chile, and that eventually is what became jerky in English.
And of course, we have jerk chicken.
Yep,
that is like a Jamaican style of barbecue.
Right, you rub a spice,
Delicious.
You rub a jerk spice on it, and that jerk spice. So do you know where that comes from? I actually have the answer.
No,
it has to do with delicious. The way they pull the meat off the bone. They jerk the meat off the bone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that I love.
Love a jerk chicken. There is also a card game called the Soda Jerk card game. So if you wanted to actually, try your hand at being a soda jerk, I'll read you the description. You can order this on Amazon. Carefully manage your hand of cards to serve delicious beverages while being a jerk to others. So you try to serve beverages to your customers, but then you try to spill stuff on the other players, and you do all this using cards. And then there is also a band on Bandcamp called Soda Jerk. I listened to them just last night, And I have to say, they sound like a countrified version of the Replacements. So if you like the Replacements with a country twang, then you've got Soda Jerk, and you can hear them on Bandcamp.
Nice.
Yeah. You mentioned about traveling to Swigs in Salt Lake City, Utah. Well, of course, some other famous soda fountains that are still open and still have soda jerks. There's one in New York City called the Lexington Candy Shop, and it is a old school lunch counter with a real soda fountain. And guess what it's famous for? Egg creams. So if you want to have an egg cream and you're in New York City, you can go to the Lexington Candy Shop. There's also one in Fredericksburg, Virginia, that is the oldest operating soda fountain in the U.S. called Gulrich's. It's Gulrich's Modern Pharmacy in Fredericksburg. And then, of course, nearer and dearer to us is the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas, where they still have a working soda fountain.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so if you did want to get a Dr. Pepper soda poured the old way, you could do it at the soda fountain in Waco, Texas.
Nice. They also will give you a Dublin Dr. Pepper over there.
Yeah, and that's not Dublin, Ireland, is it?
Right. No, Dublin Dr. Pepper made with real cane
pure
sugar.
cane sugar. Yeah. It's like a Mexican Coke. None of this corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. Well,
tastes exactly the same to me.
Alex, as much as I've enjoyed soda jerking with you, we got to go. If you're a fan of the show, hit us up. What's our email address?
Not N-O-T at the little at sign that's over the number 2 on your keyboard.
Yeah.
dirtnapcity.com.
That's it. Hit us up. We've got t-shirts now. We've got stickers. Enough. We really don't.
We hired somebody to only read emails, and we need to give her more work to do.
Yes. We're paying her way too much to do nothing. So we don't want to be jerks about it, but we need more emails if we're going to keep her on staff.
What are you drinking there?
This is a combination of hibiscus tea, and it's like a Arnold Palmer, but it came from a hippie salad shop that I went to, and it's really good.
So you didn't even have a soda for the show.
I did not. All right, we're out. Boom.
Clean white apron, name tag pin just right. Chrome counters shining, neon sign out front tonight. Line out the doorway, kids with nickels in their fists. He flips that metal scoop, never drops a twist. He's not a jerk, he's a soda jerk. Hey, pouring Coca-Cola tall, making root beer floats that work. First dates sharing one straw. He winks when they both smirk. Original barista of the corner store. He's not a jerk, he's a soda jerk. Drugstore, then prescription bell rings in the back. He's counting cherry pumps like a chemist on the track. Complicated recipes, folded, stained, and worn. He's reading from his notebook like a poet just reborn. He's not a jerk, he's a soda jerk. Oh yeah, chocolate fizz and cherry cream, vanilla swirl that kinda hurts. Two stools, nervous teenagers. He sees love before it works. Local celebrity of every street. He's not a jerk, he's a soda jerk. Oh yeah, oh. Oh, he knows every order before they say a word. Extra ice for Mr. Green, less sweet for Miss Bird. He laughs with the lonely, gives the shy ones time, serving up